Hello, thanks for joining me for another video. Today I'm going to take the Nissan R89C in a Le Mans trim around the Le Mans circuit. These Group C cars are absolute monsters. They're a real handful and really fun to drive, so I thought I'd give this one a go today. Now, I haven't got a great deal of experience with this car, but if it's anything like the Sauber C9, which I drove in a couple of sessions a few videos ago, then this thing's just going to be as eager to kill me as the Merc was. So this should be entertaining. Of course, this car doesn't have any driver aids whatsoever. It's powered by a V8 twin turbo with more power than God. So let's just see what happens. Okay, I'm 7th on the grid, and I'm going to go for a rolling start here. Oh shit! So the AI, the game is in control of the car right now. So I'm just going to have to wait for it to give me control. Wait for that big loud buzzer. There it is, and we're off. Steering goes heavy. Sounds like there's some contact or something going on behind me, but it could have just been flames coming out of my exhaust pipes. It's hurtling up to turn 1.
We can get this place back. Come on, you can do it. Car right.
Try and get it turned around here without crashing into.
Clear.
I'm going to do 3 laps of Le Mans here, because Le Mans is quite a long circuit, so I don't want to do any more than that. Oh, I nearly crashed then, because they're getting on the brakes real hard. And those turbos, as soon as they wind up, they just want to kill me. And we've got some kind of traffic jam going on, so I'm just going to dive down the outside. Try and follow these pair of mad lads down the Mulsanne straight. Speed of this thing is absolutely incredible. We are
right side, on your right side.
Currently approaching probably about 220 mile an hour before getting on the brakes, and I've got to be pretty gentle, otherwise they just lock. Oh, that's the wrong gear. Hang on. Car's trying to kill me again. There's loads of oversteer on the way out of there, and I've lost 2 places for my trouble. Try and draft the cars in front now. Try and
got 2 lengths back.
Get in their slipstreams and make up some ground. Here we go. Phenomenal aerodynamics.
Right.
Of course, this car's
clear. You're good.
The rear wheel's covered. And I get around this corner
1
without dying.
back.
Through the chicane, out the other side, soft on the accelerator. Hear that dump valve just venting boost pressure as I change gear. Hurtling up toward the Mulsanne corner before getting on the brakes, trying to get it slowed down enough to make this slow corner, and getting a little bit of a telling off there for cutting the track probably, or putting a wheel on a curb, I don't know, whatever. This car is absolutely phenomenal in power, routinely running at 200 mile an hour. Coming into the beginning of Indianapolis, on the brakes a little bit squirmy, but we can get it slowed down before turning in. A spurt on the gas, and it's trying to kill me again. Let's get back on the brakes. Just locking up slightly there, and more oversteer.
2 lengths back.
Those turbos, as soon as they wind up, you can really feel it in the steering. It just pulls you to one side. Here we got someone right up my arse. See how quickly I can get through the Porsche curves in this. And he's taken a dive, and we've exchanged some paint. I got my foot down, but I can't keep it there. Before we coming up to our teammate, the other Nissan, also in Le Mans spec.
Right side.
Don't know why he's going so slowly, but I'm just going to take advantage of that and go past.
All good, you're clear now.
The AI are usually very strong through the Porsche curves. Well, it's sending it through the Ford chicane. Nice and slowly through the exit, and then back on the power. Gonna ease off slightly through the first corner before getting slowed right down for the Dunlop chicane. Try and get out of there nice and tidy. A little bit of oversteer, but that wasn't too bad. I can hear the tyres just squealing, trying to let go as I come through the S's. Over the curb. Into Tetra Rouge. Just going to drop a gear and try and keep it on the track before we power back down the straight. Car hitting in excess of 340 k's before we get to our braking point, which is around 220 mile an hour. On the brakes, trying to slow it down gradually because I don't want to lock them up. And back out the other side with no dramas whatsoever. That was good. Nothing in my mirrors, also good. Five-speed H pattern on this car. I'm using a Logitech shifter, which isn't the best piece of kit. I don't know what gear I'm in half the time, to be honest with you. Okay, back down the gears. I should be toe and heeling, but that's not within my skill range, so I'm just ramming the gears home. It's only really problem when you get down to the really low gears and you get into sort of second and first, is that's when you can really spin the car around. Mulsanne corner. Back down the gears, back on the brakes, nice and slow. Try and get it over the curb without getting a warning. Oh, more oversteer on the way out, more wheel spin. I'm only very gradually reapplying the acceleration input, and it's still enough to break the rear tyres away. My hands are sweating on the wheel. I don't wear gloves, and the wheel's made of leather. Back into Indianapolis for the second time around. A little bit clumsy through there, but it wasn't too bad. I don't know where the rest of the pack have gone in front of me. I've still got that blue guy behind. It's just noticed him in my mirrors. Revving the car beyond the limiter a little bit. Just try and gain some extra speed down these straights. Don't know where he is, can't see him in the mirrors. Back through the Porsche curves, and there he is, just caught a glimpse. He's still behind me, still there. See if I can get through these S's nice and quickly.
Careful the guy behind doesn't try and make it past. Think about defending.
Once again, Dave stating the obvious. Wasn't too bad, but we are holding on to 260 k's for hitting the brakes for the Ford chicane. When I get in here nice and tight, I'm just sending it over the curbs. Back on the brakes, drop another gear, and we're not going to make that, so I'm just going to cut the track a little bit. And it didn't get a warning. That's refreshing. Let's slow down nice and early once again for the beginning of Dunlop. And loads of wheel spin on the way out. Down through the S's for the last time. I got a lot of bit of tyre squeal trying to get through that first corner. The car just wants to take off over that little crest. And it's Tetra Rouge now on the brakes, drop a gear, and we keep it on the track. If I try and push any harder through there, I end up in the cones on the other side of that corner. This car, of course, is product of the late 80s. No such things as hybrid, just brute power. My right foot is on a nuclear reactor right now. Back down the gears into second, trying to maintain the front of the car's grip through that first part, and then keeping the back in check through the exit. And he's still there, he's still in my mirrors. Looks like he's drafting me. He's using my slipstream.
Back right corner.
There's nothing I can do about it. But I'm going to hold my line and try to
still right rear.
Get through the chicane. No, he's He's gone. He's got the racing line. Don't know what that noise was. It sounded like something fell off the car, but I got a feeling it was just unburnt fuel exploding out of the exhaust pipes. I can't make up enough ground here to get a decent slipstream. Back on the brakes, nice and slow, but I get through the exit nice and fast, and that was all right. Didn't get any wheel spin then. But he's still driving away from me. The AI are very strong through the slower corners on this circuit. Actually, they're pretty quick through the chicanes as well. Oh, nearly lost it on Indianapolis there. Just came in a little too hot. Missed the apex there as well, and we've got a load of it. A load of oversteer coming out of there. Car is literally trying to kill me with every single application of the accelerator. Trying to gather up as much speed as I can down this acceleration before tapping the brakes and turning it in. We were running a little wide on that first entrance, but we're back on it now. I just hear those tyres squealing under the... trying to maintain the grip. And we're on the curb and got a bit of wheel spin from the curbs. The curbs are pretty slippery, even though it's dry. Cost me a little bit of time, but that's not too bad. I don't think there's anything I can do about my position right now, because we are now approaching the start-finish straight for the last time. And over the line. Wow, that was hard work. Right, I came in 5th, so that's an improvement on what I started with, which I can't remember what that was now. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this video. If you got this far, congratulations and well done. If you want more rubbishy driving from me, then stay tuned.